YouTube. Been a really long time. I just was watching my last vlog and it was in November 2010. So like, wow, been a long time. But I mean, on the plus side, that means there's lots for me to talk about. Lots have been happening. The first thing is I should start on, because I'm sure those of you who follow my blogs would notice that I didn't start this one the way I normally do. The reason for that is because I'm currently on a sick leave. I've been having some issues over the last year or so with my IBS. For those of you who have it, you probably know where I'm coming from. Nothing I've tried has helped, and being sick constantly got to the point where I developed depression. And so I've now been sent on a sick leave for the next 2 months, if not more, and I've been put on antidepressants. And those of you who know anything about antidepressants know that that plus marijuana is not the best idea. So I am weaning myself off it for now. I've smoked marijuana my entire life. They're like my cigarettes. I don't see what's wrong with it, especially when it's less harmful than cigarettes. So I don't plan on stopping completely forever. But for the time that I'm on this medication, it's best if I lay off it, or like very, very rarely. So that's why I didn't start my blog in my usual manner. Let's see here. So yeah, so I'm on sick leave, lots of free time, and hence why I decided I needed to do a blog, because like I said, it's been way too long. But things that have happened, well, the most exciting thing is my aforementioned soulmate proposed to me on Christmas Day. I am engaged. It was really, really sweet. We spent Christmas Day at my mom's house, just nice, relaxing, chilling with family. And so he proposed in front of my mom and my brother and my new dad. My mom is now married. So three of some of the most important people in my life he shared that moment with, and my mom cried. It was really cute. So it's still probably going to be 2 or 3 years before anything happens, just because weddings are expensive. We all know this, so he and I need to save some money. But since we both love heavy metal, he's into 80s metal, and I just love metal, death metal, goth metal, heavy metal, like metal. So it is going to be a heavy metal themed wedding, of course. So we have started to plan it. It's really exciting just thinking about it, daydreaming. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I met my soulmate, and just over a year later we're engaged, and it's just perfect and awesome, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. Let's see what else. On a sadder note, in relation to my last video, my fiance's cat that I mentioned at the time, she did pass away, unfortunately, 2 months after her first birthday. She had a heart murmur that we weren't aware of. The doctors didn't find it when they fixed and declawed her. They said that she was fine. They gave her a clean bill of health. And about 2 or 3 months after that, she had a stroke and lost the use of her back legs. And when we took her to the vet, they explained that even if she did survive, her quality of life going forward wasn't going to be very good. She would constantly need to see vets, constantly need medication. She would never regain the use of her back legs. And none of this were things that would necessarily bother us, but as I'm sure most people can relate, the average person can't afford that kind of thing. Vet bills are much more expensive than our doctor's bills, well, especially being in Canada, and I don't pay for my doctor. So we had to make the decision to put her down, which was really sad because she was far too young, 14-month-old kitten, and we had to put her down. So that was really sad, and we miss her a lot. But the old fat boy is still around and kicking, my prince. He is going to be 9 this year. So it makes me a little bit nervous because he's only got 4 years left on the average cat lifespan. But as anyone who knows him knows, he's not average. So there's a good chance that we'll have him around for a while. I really hope so, because losing Cindy was really heartbreaking. So, what else? Well, there's my new mod. Stretching my ears. And even though it is the middle of January, I'm wearing a backless shirt so that I can show you my newest tattoo. Can't really see if you got a good look at it there, but they're monarch butterfly wings. Monarchs have always been very near and dear to my heart. My grandma and I have always loved them, and it's been a connection that the two of us have had since we were little, since I was little. So the initials on my wings are my grandparents. B.E. was my grandfather, and M.E. is my grandma, who is still alive. It was really important to me to get this tattoo before she passed away because I wanted at least one of them to be able to see it. I've been wanting it for so long, so it's finally, it's so wonderful that it's there. Hurt like mad, but it's worth it. If anyone can relate to how awesome ink is, how addictive ink is, yeah, it was worth it. But anyone walking by the tattoo parlor that day probably thought someone was getting murdered because I was screaming at the top of my lungs at some points. So yeah, so those are my wings. There's a better picture of them on my YouTube profile than my profile picture. I have professional photos of them. Speaking of professional photos, I'm still modeling. Still haven't gotten any paid gigs, but like I've said before, I really don't care. It's more for my own self-esteem and something to do, and it's an opportunity to be creative. I mean, the plus side to not paying or getting paid for shoots is that if I come up with an idea, I can just email one of the photographers I know and say, hey, what do you think? Or put up a casting call. Whereas paid gigs, you just do as you're told. And I don't think I would enjoy my modeling to the same extent if that was the case. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I have a Facebook fan page now. I'm up to 460 odd fans, which is awesome. So feel free to check me out. I'll leave a link on my YouTube, and yeah, the more likes the better. I appreciate the support. Honest feedback is welcome. And yeah, I hope you like what I've done in the last little while with the modeling. Let's see here. I've made some notes because there's been a lot. On my last vlog, I mentioned Heavy Metal 2010. And this past year, my fiance and I did go to Heavy Metal 2011, which once again kicked ass. The greatest thing about it, well, we saw Motorhead up close, which was amazing. Got to see Disturbed. I love Disturbed, and I've been wanting to see them for so long, so that was awesome. The best thing, though, about Heavy Metal 2011 is that Kiss played, and the best part about that is that it's in Jean Drapeau Park in Montreal. So it's in a park, and like there's no seating, so we could just shove to the front, and we're like up at the very front for Kiss, and like my boyfriend's shouting at Paul Stanley because or my fiance, sorry, I'm still getting used to it, because he loves Kiss, like loves Kiss, like card-carrying member of the Kiss Army. It's crazy. So that was just awesome, because I mean, anyone who's been to a Kiss show before, if you wanted to buy front row tickets, God, like $300 each, whereas we just paid our admission for the weekend and pushed to the front, and there we are, right in front. It was so awesome. So yeah, once again, super fun weekend in Montreal. Not so sure if we're gonna go next year. I know I said that we would make it an annual thing, but I have a short attention span. I actually just found out last year that I have ADD. Went 24 years without even knowing about it, and it explains a lot. So, oh yeah. So probably won't go to Heavy Metal 2012 unless they can really offer some good bands, because at this point now, between the last 2 years, I've seen almost every band I want to see. I got to see Rammstein on a separate occasion. They came to Toronto, and that was awesome, because for fellow Rammstein fans, you would know how long it's been since they've come to Canada. It was so great. So yeah, I've pretty much seen at this point almost everyone I want to see. So unless they have a really impressive lineup next year, I think that we should spend our weekend vacation somewhere different for a change, unless they have Manson. if they have Manson, then I will spend the money for the whole weekend to go all over again just to see him. So yeah, so heavy metal. Let's see here. Oh, so I wanted to mention, because he doesn't like when I tease him about this, but I think it's really funny. Most of you who follow YouTube would, of course, know the Angry Video Game Nerd. He's awesome. Really, really funny. And I always tease my boyfriend because now that we have, or my fiance, now that we have faster internet service, and we don't have to stream every single video we watch, he's been obsessed with watching Angry Video Game Nerd, and I tease him all the time that it's his boyfriend. Like at one time we didn't have internet, there was something wrong for like a day, and I was like, oh no, what are you gonna do? You can't watch your boyfriend. But not literally, like, he's not a stalker. I just like teasing him because it's funny. He really loves the videos. And I mean, I do too. Like, that guy is hilarious. I'm not as into the video game videos because I'm not a gamer. I suck. Actually, most recently we were playing Super Mario 3 on our Wii, and like, I'm so pathetic I can't get past the second level by myself. It's sad. It's really sad. So I can't really relate to the gamer videos, but I am a huge movie nerd, and AVGN also does an opinion standpoint as well as a professional technical standpoint. Like, I was really, really happy with his review of The Fly. The original Fly, of course. Really good movie, very underrated. And yeah, so at this point, I guess I'm pretty much advertising. Go watch AVGN if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure half the people in the world have. He's coming out with a movie, and Jordan and I are both really, really excited for it, because apparently it's about the worst video game ever, which some of you might know is E.T. Actually, Jordan was telling me the other day that I didn't even realize. Apparently that movie sold so badly that they had tons of copies left over that they just threw out. Like, they got dumped in a landfill, or another friend of ours said that they dug a big hole in the desert and poured them in there and then put cement on top of the games. It seems a little bit excessive to me. I think a landfill makes a little bit more sense, but apparently that's what the movie is about, so that's going to be really exciting. Not sure. Oh yeah, what else is new that has happened? We have new pets. Since Cindy passed away, we have bought a scorpion most recently. Her name is Dr.Claw. Klaus is the first name of the lead singer from the Scorpions, and then Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. She's really cool. It's really surprised me how intelligent she is. Like, I meant to say she's an insect. She's not an insect. She's an arachnid. She's a bug. But you can see the intelligence. I keep looking over my shoulder because she's right beside me here. See, in her aquarium. I'm not sure if you can see her. She's right here in the corner. That little black lump. She's napping. She's really intelligent. She knows where the door to her aquarium is, and she will pry at it for hours to get it open, and I'll sit and watch her, and she'll be clawing at it and like trying to get at a good angle to get the door open, and she can't. It's taped shut, but she tries. And then when it doesn't work, she'll stop, move really close to the glass, like she's staring at it, like she's analyzing it. She'll do that for a few seconds, and then she'll change position and keep trying to pry at the door. Like, these are problem-solving skills. These are reasoning skills coming from a bug. It's amazing. It's really, really cool. And like when you get her pissed off and she's all in battle mode with her tail up and her claws, it's just like, she's cool. And then prior to that, we finally got a pet that I've been wanting for my entire life. I love them so much. I hate people who discriminate against this particular animal because in most cases, mind you, I know there are people who have phobias, but in most cases, the fear of these animals is based on incorrect stereotypes. They act on their instinct just like any other animal. They're trying to survive just like any other animal. And just like most dogs won't randomly decide to bite you for no reason, this animal would not randomly decide to attack you for no reason. So just give me a second and I will bring over Paul Stanley. This is Paul Stanley. He is a ball python. He's 4 years old and he's about 4 feet long, so he's full grown. However, he could live up to 40 years. Very docile, very docile. Like, look, I can kiss him on the nose. Mwah! He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. Pet him on the head, he doesn't care. Super curious. His favorite thing to do is just explore the house. He's a handful because he just always wants to slither around and check everything out. And yeah, like I said, I love snakes. Well, I love all animals, period. I don't discriminate. But snakes have always been one of my favorites. And they're one of the most gorgeous and fascinating and underappreciated animals on the planet. Definitely not worthy of the reputation that they get. So yeah, so I finally got the snake I always wanted. Now the only problem is that the aquarium is big enough for 2. So now it's trying to avoid the temptation of buying a second snake. But yeah, he's just like, look at him. He's gorgeous. He's so docile. He just likes to check everything out. He recently shed, so his colors are very bright. And it's just a fascinating animal. Absolutely amazing. And just so glad to finally have him. And I'm going to have him for the next 36 years or so, if we keep him healthy, which isn't a problem. So yeah, those are the 2 newest additions to the family. I want more, but I have to stop at that. I'm not allowed to have any more pets for now. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I might have forgotten. Like how my computer's being really loud, isn't? I have a MacBook Pro. Anyone else who has a MacBook Pro notice it's about 4, almost 5 years old now. So the warranty is expired. And it started making this grinding noise if it's left on for too long. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's really annoying. And I'm paranoid that it's one day gonna just blow up, which would suck because of the $3,000 computer.
Hello, gorgeous. Yes. Oh, you're beautiful. Yes, baby.
Yeah, I talk to my snake like it's a kid. I talk to all my pets like they're my kids. Yeah, so Mac making random grindy noises. Anyone know what that's about? I mean, I know either way I need to have it looked at, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as new and exciting. And I mean, I'm going on almost 20 minutes now, so either if there is anything I'm forgetting, I should probably shut up. For those of you who are still watching who haven't already gotten bored. So yeah, good talking to you again. It's been a long time. I'm hoping to start keeping on top of things a lot better, and I'll see everyone more often. Talk to you later. Bye!